Ladies and gentlemen, there's so much we do not know about going live on YouTube. We have been using YouTube in order to publish our videos, in order to clip our content, in order to publish sort of our longer form content that we use on other channels and that we use to talk about the culture and society around us. A lot of times these are clips that the corporate media do not want you to see. They don't want you to know that a lot of these narratives exist. They certainly don't want you to know that Let's Go Brandon is now officially the #1 song in America, but it's also the #2 song, the #4 song, the #6 song in America. That is something that the corporate media don't want you to see. And so that's why we have our channel. We have our channel to act as a truth pivot, a truth vector in a world that doesn't actually want you to know the truth. And so when it comes to the content that we put out, we're just legitimately trying to break the wheel and have a little fun while we're doing it, because people are actually attracted to not doom and gloom. It's amazing, especially as a conservative, to try and explain this to people at laughter, comedy, brevity actually wins you a lot of hearts and minds. And so with that, I want to thank you all. We've hit 20,000 subscribers on this channel. I cannot believe this because we've just started posting with vigor quite recently. We've been working very hard on a YouTube product, on a long form product. We know that YouTube viewers like longer and more in-depth takes on society and the issues of today. And now we are going to start live streaming with more regularity. Obviously, we are new to this. We are building a studio here at Benny HQ. We are located in Tampa, Florida. We love it here in Florida, but what we're trying to do is essentially create a culture. We're trying to create a counterculture. There is nothing punk rock about supporting Joe Biden. There's nothing cool right now about supporting the left. It is actually the saddest, most pathetic, loser thing that you can do, because there's nothing cool about the left. There is nothing punk rock about this man. In fact, the most counterculture thing that you can do is to actually go and subscribe and or download some of the Let's Go Brandon raps that have been huge across the country. We made our own Let's Go Brandon music video that included some of Joe Biden's biggest supporters dancing to Let's Go Brandon. We did this in honor of you. We hit 20,000 subscribers on this channel, and we are so honored by that we created our own Let's Go Brandon rap music video, which we are publishing for you here live on our first live on this channel with 44 people watching. God bless all of you, 44 total patriots who really do want to hear and see Democrats horribly, awkwardly dancing to Let's Go Brandon. I can't believe it. These people, how can they do this? How could they?
Let's go Brandon, let's go Brandon, let's go, let's go, let's go.
Kamala. Kamala's got some moves. Oh, Terry McAuliffe. Ooh, Stephen Colbert. Stephen, how could you? Hillary. Thought you liked Joe. Barack. He was your vice president. Michelle. How could you? Michelle. Hillary. LGBT community. Elizabeth Warren. How is this real? Oh. Kamala, how could you? You serve in the admin. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a political channel here. We like covering the memes of the day, the culture of the day, the very fast-moving news environment. We want to stay on top of it. We release a video a day doing a long-form take on a specific topic that you need to know. And again, we just hit 20,000 subscribers, so we just want to say thank you. We want to say we deeply appreciate you subscribing to our channel. We're trying out a live here for the first time. Honestly, we don't really know what we're doing. We have a very miniature studio here in Tampa. We're building a much bigger studio, and we intend on launching a live product on YouTube very soon. We want to grow this audience. We want to invest in this audience. And frankly, a little bit about myself. I have a very room temperature IQ. I'm not going to give you some type of like deeply long form 2-hour philosophical breakdown of the debt to GDP ratio. But we do have a very bare knuckle school of hard knocks take on politics. I've worked in every conceivable role in politics. I've done a lot of messaging and have kind of been a very early adopter of political virality back in its infancy about a decade ago. And so we are really excited to be growing this channel. That is our point of authority. And we have a lot of fun here. We have a lot of fun essentially owning the people who deserve to be totally wrecked in our society, because there's a lot of really pathetic people out there. Joe Biden is one of them. Again, there's nothing punk rock about supporting Joe Biden. There's nothing cool about what is happening right now in his administration. His administration is in like abject and complete and total collapse around this country. It is very obvious to see, but the most pathetic thing is actually watching the people who are paid to serve as Joe Biden's flack in the corporate media just straight up admit that like everything is falling to pieces, that nothing is working, that this administration is done for. Joe Biden is finished. That this entire administration is like, it's a facade. It's as fake as Joe Biden's fake White House. It's as fake as Kamala Harris's NASA videos. There is really like nothing to it, and that you should abandon all hope if you are a lib right now, because this just ain't it. I must show you guys the most devastating 60 seconds ever broadcast on national television as it pertains to the left, because Chuck Todd is he's a paid apparatchik for the DNC. I mean, Chuck Todd is like part of the DNC corporate media human centipede, all right? They just eat and digest the bilge that comes from the DNC, and they don't ask questions about it. So Chuck Todd must have been crying like acid tears when he was putting together this segment. This is how he led off his show. This is a huge show, by the way. This is Meet the Press. Back in the day, this used to be the #1 show. I mean, this was the show in the country. You worked your entire life to just get a seat at this show as an interview. And Chuck Todd gets to be in charge of this show, Tim Russert's old show. And this is what Chuck Todd has to start his show off on. NBC polling, by the way, corporate media broken polling. Watch.
Out this morning, it's filled with some scary news for the Democrats. The overarching message: Americans have lost their confidence in President Biden and their optimism for the country. At least they have right now. Just 22% of adults say we're headed in the right direction. A shocking 71% say we're on the wrong track, and that includes a near majority of Democrats who are saying that. President Biden's approval rating stands at a dismal 42% versus 54% who disapprove. Believe it or not, just 2 months ago, Mr. Biden was in positive territory, 49% approving, 48% disapproving. So what's pulling down the president's numbers? Well, look at this set of numbers. Just 37% say he has the ability right now to handle a crisis versus nearly a majority who say he does not. 37% also say he's competent and effective as president. 50% disagree with that description. What's more, Republicans, believe it or not, have double-digit leads in dealing with border security, inflation, crime, national security, the economy, and shockingly on getting
Getting things done is, before that clip cuts off, he says getting things done. And ladies and gentlemen, again, we're building a studio. Right now I'm just playing this AirPlay from my laptop on a TV behind me. So that's where we are. Again, we moved down to Tampa just this year and we are building an infrastructure here. Very excited to be launching a live product on YouTube very soon, but we thought, hey, what the hell? We might as well dive in here. And we just passed 20,000 subs. Again, love all of you Patriots. Thank you very much. It is truly inspirational to be part of this community and to be on YouTube, growing an audience on YouTube. YouTube is obviously the largest video platform on the planet. The largest failure in presidential history is Joe Biden's administration. Nobody has collapsed an administration faster than Joseph Robinette Biden. Joe Biden is in complete and utter collapse. There's polling out today that says that plurality of Democrats don't want him to run again in 2024. Democrats, not Republicans, Democrats, 44% saying they don't want Joe Biden to run again. Here you have Republicans winning in all columns by double digits. Here, let's break it down. Border security, inflation, crime, national security, economy, getting things done. Republican, double-digit leads on all of those across the country. Joe Biden, by NBC's own polling, is sitting there with a 42% approval rating, a 54% disapproval rating. Once again, this is NBC's polling, ladies and gentlemen. My fellow Americans, this is NBC News. These are suppression polls. NBC News has a suppression poll. The purpose of the poll is in order to boost Democrats because they over-index libs and they over-index metropolitan Democrat voters. Even the Republicans they call are like white suburban Republicans who aren't apt to really be Trump supporters and certainly aren't apt to support more of the freedom first, America first movement. And so if Joe Biden is collapsing in this poll, if Joe Biden is done in this poll by NBC News, which is a suppression poll by design, well, then you have yourself a huge issue here for Sleepy Joe. And Sleepy Joe, indeed, we have very exciting analysis coming up soon on the channel, in a produced video, but just a little bit of a preview there. Here is Sleepy Joe being sleepy today. Oh, Sleepy Joe being sleepy. Night, night.
You are in a position of extraordinary power. You can change forever the trajectory we are on.
Night, night, Joe.
You can make a world that is once again full
Sleepy Joe.
here.
Oh, Joe, are you sleeping?
On behalf of we,
Oh, send over the staffer. Send over the staffer to wake up Sleepy Joe. Yeah, that is Joe's response. So as Joe Biden's entire administration is in collapse, as our country's border is in collapse, as our currency is in free fall, as the country's economy is in free fall, as the country standing around the world is in free fall, vis-a-vis Afghanistan and a ton of other trade deals, the supply chain nightmare, as everything is collapsing around Joe Biden. Joe Manchin coming out today saying Joe Biden's agenda is finished. I'm not voting for this crap. Joe Biden is out there today sleeping. Donald Trump called him Sleepy Joe for a reason, ladies and gentlemen, and much like everything else in life, it seems like Trump was right. There's Sleepy Joe. Sweet Sleepy Joe. All right, so this is our first YouTube live. We did 15 minutes live. we want to do a produced show. We will be doing a full-on produced show with more regularity on YouTube. We want to thank all of you, 20,000 subscribers. We are honored, and we won't let you down. We will be producing funny, interesting, meme-worthy content, the viral content that gets suppressed across the rest of the corporate media. We will be bringing it to you on this channel. Thank you for subscribing. Truly, we will not let you down. God bless you, and keep memeing, guys. That we're winning. We're winning. They're losing. We are winning. All right? Have a great night. This was our first live on YouTube. 80 viewers right now. Kick ass, guys. Thank you, Based Patriots. We'll see you again soon.